Hello, good people of the internet. Before we start with our regularly scheduled program, I would like you to do something for me, pretty please. Can you please use the power of your
imagination?
Imagine a body lying on the floor. It is rotten, it is decomposing. It is smelly, the stench is unbearable, there are flies buzzing around it. The only thing you feel like doing when looking at it is ew! Yes, but surprisingly enough, this body is surrounded by the best doctors, surgeons, nurses. Like everyone is desperately trying to reanimate this carcass, this lifeless carcass, mind you. There is absolutely no spark of life in this pile of rotten meat. Yet still, people are trying with defibrillators. They are operating, they are trying, they want to put some spark of life into it. But nothing happens.
Why?
Despite the best efforts of people who believe they know how to reanimate, the corpse is still exactly that, a lifeless husk. But those people, for some weird reason, double down and don't stop.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that little bit of mental gymnastics that I hope you did for me. Do you have this picture right now in front of you, like ingrained in your brains? Great. Thank you very much. So, on an unrelated note, let's talk about Marvel and the current state of the MCU, shall we?
Right.
Long story short, the current situation of Marvel, Disney, MCU, it's not good. Right now, as far as I know, they have absolutely no idea what to do with the IP, and everything they touch turns into the worse and worse and worse disaster. Unfortunately, instead of, I don't know, maybe rethinking their strategy, all they do is double down on the same stuff: intersectionality, diversity, inclusion, belonging. Right now, from what I've heard, it's a hearsay, but very believable. Even being black in Hollywood right now is not good enough to actually be someone and do something. As a writer, for example, as an actor. That's funny. So it is actually, people keep saying that black is the new white in Tinseltown. Who could have thunk it? The results are hilarious, to say the least. Right now in front of me, I have this juicy tidbit of information. It's on Polish website. I will do the translation for you, but it's very interesting and it's about the Fantastic Four. I've covered this already. A previous scenario was rejected, there was some drama behind the scenes, there were some weird casting choices. Obviously we cannot have white Fantastic Four just like in comic books, so everything had to be diverse. Pedro Pascal was supposed to be cast, but right now, apparently, even that was scrapped, and they are starting anew. So, let's just read this one, and then I will give you my opinion about the matter, shall we?
God damn it, just do it already.
Okay. Marvel is trashing around again. A Fantastic Four scenario has to be written anew.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
In the last months, it seemed that Marvel finally would be able to start working on the set of a new Fantastic Four movie. Meanwhile, the cast still hasn't been officially announced, and now it turned out to be that studio decided that the last version of a scenario has to be rewritten again.
Oh no, not again.
In November, we finally got the first concrete information about the cast of Fantastic Four. After long months of searching for a perfect candidate to the role of Reed Richards, it's been announced that the main role in new superhero production is negotiated by Pedro Pascal, the star of a hit TV series of HBO and Disney. Back then, it seemed that signing a contract with the actor and revealing subsequent members of the cast would be just a matter of days, maximum weeks.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
However, almost 2 months later, Marvel still hasn't decided to officially announce hiring Pascal, not to mention about the rest of the roles. The movie had been announced in 2019, and a little while later it was announced that the director would be John Watts, working previously with Tom Holland on Spider-Man movie. In 2022, we got to know that Watts left the project, and then it was decided that his successor as a director would be Matt Shakman. At the beginning of 2022, for the writing of the story, Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer were hired. A year later, studio decided that scenario needs to be rewritten and decided to fix it with Josh Friedman. Well, now it turns out that all these fixes, this didn't meet the standards of a studio, and Marvel decided that the script has to be rewritten. It has to be written completely from scratch. Scott Neustadter and Michael H. Weber will do exactly that. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not think this will be a huge success if we have such a production hell.
Oh, hell no!
Okay, now we have some information about the writers. In 2018, this duo, Scott and Michael, they received the Academy Award nomination for a script of The Disaster Artist. And last year, they were highly praised for Daisy Jones and the Six, which means they are experienced writers. However, they have never worked on superhero movie before, so time will tell. We can also wonder if the switching of the writers will not mean switching a director. Matt Shakman has only one full movie in his portfolio, and this job he's received as a reward for a very good work with WandaVision. I'm not going to even say anything about WandaVision. Looks like that Marvel is more and more careful about their film projects, and at all costs they want to minimize the risk of failure, which it means that hiring more experienced director looks like a logical step.
Too little, too late.
Okay, and now we have a potential film stars who could be cast there, like Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, or Ebon Moss-Backrack as I don't know who. Well, I don't know really. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm? I like the actor. He's a very good actor. I really like his role as Eddie in Stranger Things Season 4, but Johnny Storm, this blonde, extremely handsome womanizer from comic books. In Fox version, he was portrayed by Chris Evans himself, so that's a huge difference. Well, I don't know, but as you can see, there are rewrites, they are still changing everything, recasting actors, so who knows what will happen. So, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another announcement, and you know what, probably it's not even the final version. And I really don't think this will be a very successful movie. Not with all this gossip around it and this kind of strategy, Marvel's, Disney, and Hollywood by extension, strategy of rewriting everything original.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I already covered the previous version of the script. Reed Richards was supposed to be this toxic husband, toxic masculine patriarchal guy who prevented his own wife from achieving her true greatness, because that's the most favorite Hollywood trope in this day and age. And Silver Surfer was supposed to be a woman, because why cast man in such an iconic role, right?
Not a great plan.
Well, we'll see, but I think this script will sooner or later also turn into a disaster. Sooner or later, activists will start rewriting things and the final product will be unwatchable, but at least it will have all those juicy ESG scores, right? Because that's the most important thing for modern Hollywood. Well, let's get back to that mental picture of that rotten body. So there we have it. The crowd is gathering around this carcass of the MCU. They desperately try to revive it, despite the fact that it's way past the expiration date. Trying all the miracle cures, trying all technology, anything possible to make it work again, to make it functional, but nothing works. However, you know what? Just near that crowd, we have one person with a sheet, and on this sheet, that person is ticking all these boxes. Those are diversity, inclusion, and belonging boxes. Because guess what? Despite the fact that Marvel and MCU are gone, those beautiful ESG scores still shine. So they go down, but at least, you know what? They go down with all their intersectionality, with all their virtue signaling, because that's the most important, right? So here you have it, folks. That wonderful side of decay. That's Marvel for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe, drop a like and press the notification bell so you won't miss anything I upload. And if you didn't enjoy this, well, subscribe anyway. At least you will know when there is a new video to actively hate.